paying $5,000 for a handbag. Not because it carries things better, not because it's more comfortable, not because it lasts forever, but because of the logo. Sounds irrational, yet every year, millions of people do exactly that. Luxury brands have built one of the most profitable business models in human history. Companies like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Chanel, Hermes, Rolex, and Dior sell products that often cost a fraction of their retail price to manufacture. And somehow, customers are happy to pay thousands of dollars. How? The answer starts hundreds of years ago. Before luxury brands existed, luxury itself was reserved for kings, queens, emperors, and aristocrats. In medieval Europe, wealth wasn't something ordinary people could buy into. You were born into status. If you were a king, you wore silk, gold, gemstones, and custom-made clothing. If you weren't, you didn't. Luxury was not a product. It was a social class. The purpose of luxury was simple: to visibly separate the powerful from everyone else. When someone walked into a room wearing rare fabrics and expensive jewelry, people instantly knew where they stood in society. Luxury functioned as a signal, a public display of wealth, influence, and power. As centuries passed, something changed. Industrialization transformed the world. Factories appeared. Mass production exploded. The middle class grew. For the first time in history, ordinary people started accumulating wealth. And suddenly, there was a new market. Millions of people wanted access to the lifestyle that had previously belonged only to royalty. This created the perfect opportunity. Instead of selling products, luxury companies began selling dreams. The dream of status, the dream of success, the dream of belonging to an elite group. This shift changed everything. One of the earliest examples was Louis Vuitton. Founded in 1854 in Paris, Louis Vuitton originally made luggage for wealthy travelers. At the time, train travel was becoming popular among the rich. People needed elegant luggage. Louis Vuitton's products became associated with wealthy clients. Over time, that reputation became more valuable than the luggage itself. The same thing happened with many luxury brands. They started with a functional product: a suitcase, a watch, a handbag, a scarf. But eventually, the brand became more valuable than the product. And that is where luxury branding truly begins. The first secret of luxury brands is scarcity. Most businesses want to sell as many products as possible. Luxury brands often do the opposite. They intentionally limit supply. Think about Hermes. The famous Birkin bag can cost tens of thousands of dollars. But the company doesn't simply produce unlimited quantities. Customers often wait months or even years. Why? Because scarcity creates desire. Humans naturally value things that are difficult to obtain. If everyone can have it, it becomes ordinary. If almost nobody can have it, it becomes special. The less available something is, the more valuable it feels. This psychological principle sits at the center of luxury. The second secret is exclusivity. Luxury brands are not trying to attract everyone. In fact, they often try to exclude people. That sounds strange. Most businesses want larger audiences. Luxury brands want smaller audiences. Because exclusivity creates prestige. When a luxury brand remains selective, customers feel like they're joining a private club. The purchase becomes more than a transaction. It becomes membership. People aren't buying leather. They're buying social identity. The third secret is storytelling. Every luxury brand tells a story. And the story is often worth more than the product itself. A Rolex isn't marketed as a machine that tells time. A smartphone can do that. Instead, Rolex is connected to achievement, success, exploration, and accomplishment. Luxury marketing rarely focuses on product features. It focuses on emotions. It focuses on identity. Luxury advertisements often contain very little information. No discounts, no specifications, no detailed comparisons. Instead, you see beautiful locations, elegant people, perfect lighting. Luxury brands sell a feeling, not a product. The fourth secret is heritage. Luxury companies constantly remind customers how old they are. Founded in 1854, founded in 1837, founded in 1910. Why does age matter? Because age signals trust. It signals tradition. It signals craftsmanship. When customers see a brand surviving for over a century, They assume quality must be exceptional. Whether consciously or unconsciously, the fifth secret is pricing. Luxury brands understand something fascinating. Sometimes higher prices increase demand. Economists call these Veblen goods. For many products, demand falls when prices rise. Luxury goods can behave differently. A higher price can make the product appear more desirable. Why? Because expensive products signal status. If a handbag costs $100, many people can buy it. If it costs $10,000, only a few can. That exclusivity becomes part of the appeal. The price itself becomes a feature. This is why luxury brands almost never compete through discounts. Discounting destroys exclusivity. Discounting weakens prestige. Luxury brands protect their image by protecting their prices. The sixth secret is controlled distribution. Luxury brands carefully control where their products are sold. You won't find genuine luxury products everywhere. Their stores are often located in premium locations. The architecture is carefully designed. The lighting is intentional. Even the scent inside the store may be engineered. Everything is designed to reinforce the feeling of exclusivity. The shopping experience becomes part of the product. Luxury isn't just what you buy, it's how you buy it. But perhaps the most powerful weapon luxury brands possess is status signaling. Humans are social creatures. We constantly communicate information about ourselves. The car we drive, the clothes we wear, the watch on our wrist, the neighborhood we live in. All of these things send signals. Luxury brands understand this better than almost anyone. When someone buys a luxury item, they are often communicating something: success, wealth, taste, achievement, belonging. Whether people admit it or not, status remains one of the strongest forces driving consumer behavior. And luxury brands have built entire empires around that fact. Today, the luxury industry is worth hundreds of billions of dollars. Companies under groups like LVMH control dozens of famous brands. LVMH owns brands including Louis Vuitton, Dior, Fendi, and many others. Its success demonstrates an important lesson. The most valuable businesses don't always sell the best products. Sometimes they sell the strongest perception. Luxury brands have mastered the art of perception. They manufacture desire. They create scarcity. They tell stories. They build exclusivity. They transform ordinary products into symbols of status. And in doing so, they convince customers around the world to pay extraordinary prices. Because in the luxury business, people are rarely buying what the product does. They're buying what the product says about them. And that may be the most valuable product of all.